Alright, so no introduction needed. This is the top 10 small forwards in the league video. Last video was the shooting guards, and the next video is the power forward, so let's get into it. At number 10, we have the anti-vaxxer and Andrew Wiggins. Now, I'm not going to make fun of him because I'm pretty sure it's for religious reasons. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to make fun of him being an anti-vaxxer. Let's just talk about his game. And with his game, Andrew Wiggins, this last season, became a better defender on the Warriors. He's actually been really good, like a really good perimeter defender. He's still an 18 point per game scorer. I think it's on decent efficiency last time I checked. Yeah, with the Warriors, he's really revamped his career. He's not the number one pick, the superstar that everybody wanted him to be, but he is a really good starting role player in the league. Andrew Wiggins, offensively, is still a good player. He's always been a good player, but the efficiency was never been there, and now his efficiency is kind of getting there. And defensively, he's really amped up his shit and has actually become a really good perimeter defender. So Andrew Wiggins is number 10. And number 9, we have Michael Porter Jr. Now, Michael Porter Jr. this last season, upped his scoring a lot and has actually become a really good scorer. Everybody knew he was going to be a good scorer. It's just a matter of his health. And Michael Porter Jr., I think he came out and said that he's still not even fully healthy. So next season, when we get to see that he's actually really healthy, what he actually brings to the table. And with Jamal Murray being out, I think Jamal Murray's going to be out for a couple more months in the season. And Michael Porter Jr. is going to have to step up a little bit. And I feel like he can become like a 23, 24, 25 point per game scorer next to Jokic in his passing. Yeah, so Michael Porter Jr. at number 9. At number 8, we have Gordon Hayward. Now, with Gordon Hayward, he's consistently been a good player, except his time with the Celtics, but he has revamped his career with the Hornets. He's not back to his all-star form back with the Jazz. He kind of is, but he's like a step behind that, but still a very good player. He is one of the main reasons why the Hornets are very good this season. He's a 20 point per game scorer, and defensively, he's still all right. I mean, there's not much to say about Gordon Hayward. We all know what he brings to the table. He's white. He can shoot. He's a good drive to the basket. It's just Gordon Hayward. You know who he is. I don't know why I added that he was white, but I feel like you just need to know that. At number 7, we have DeMar DeRozan. Now, with DeRozan, he has stepped up his playmaking. He has almost 7 assists. His facilitating has been really good. And also, I think with the Bulls, I think it's just going to keep getting better because now he has shooters around him: Vucevic, Ball, Zach LaVine. He has shooters around him they can kick out to. Except with the Spurs, he didn't have any fucking shooting, so his assists are probably going to go up. And I think the Bulls should utilize him as the main facilitator because of his slashing and his playmaking ability. Because I think that DeMar DeRozan's a better half-court playmaker than Lonzo, so I might as well give it to DeMar. We all know what DeMar brings. He's been one of the better players in this league for a couple years now. We always know he brings his mid-range, slashing to the basket, and now his playmaking. So DeMar DeRozan at number 7. At number 6, we have Brandon Ingram. Now, with Brandon Ingram, last season, I'm pretty sure he won most improved. And this season, nothing's really changed. He's still doing the same thing he did last season, which is still very good. It's still crazy that him and Zion are still doing well, even though the last season that Pelicans team didn't have any spacing outside of Lonzo and Ingram. I would like to see the Pelicans actually do something with Ingram and Zion because it feels like they're just wasting their young players' fucking potential and what they can do in the league. Just having them on that franchise where nothing's getting done. Brandon Ingram these last couple seasons being on a team by himself has actually really proven himself because with the Lakers everybody was like, can he actually be a star in the league? And with him being by himself not being by himself, but him owning him and Zion are the main leaders of the team. He has proven himself to be a good star player in the league. At number 5, we have Chris Middleton. Now some people may say this is a little low for Chris Middleton, but he was a part of the Bucks run. But Giannis is one of the main reasons why they won. But we don't want to know Chris Middleton brings to the table. He's one of the best scorers in the league and is a good defender. He did show up big in the playoffs for the Bucks in a couple games. I mean, you all know what Chris Middleton brings to the game. Good scorer. I mean, number 5 for Chris Middleton. I'm sorry if none of these explanations aren't good while I'm explaining it, because if you watch basketball, you already know what these players bring to the table, and I'm just ranking them, and you can judge me in the comments, I guess. I don't know. At number 4, we have Jaylen Brown. Now with Jaylen Brown, I feel like he's kind of underrated because people are just making Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown comments. Jason Tatum's better, but Jaylen Brown is also really good. I remember at the start of the season, people were saying that Jaylen Brown was better than Jason Tatum, and he was at the beginning of the season, but now Jason Tatum's obviously proven why he's better. But Jaylen Brown is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, and with his scoring, is one of the one things that people didn't know if that would but if he would be good at. And he's one of the better small forward scoring guards in the league, averaging almost 25 points per game. I'm expecting big things with the Celtics this season and with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum because they got a new revamped team that's actually pretty good. And with a pretty good team, I hope that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can lead them to being really good. So Jaylen Brown at number 4. At number 3, we have Jimmy Butler. Now with Jimmy Butler, man, there's not much explaining here. We have to explain, bro, because if you watch basketball, you know what Jimmy Butler brings to the table. He did get swept in the first round this last playoffs, and he did really struggle. But I feel like what he brings to the table in the regular season, and I feel like this is the only time he's like really struggling in the playoffs. So I'm like giving him too much slack for it. Well, I am, because that was a terrible fucking series from Jimmy Butler. We all know what Jimmy Butler brings to the table: an all-around good player, a good defender, good slasher. The one thing that's really holding him back is his shooting. With the Heat's new revamped team, I'm wondering how Jimmy Butler is going to play. I feel like Jimmy Butler is just going to be Jimmy Butler. There's not much else to explain. Jimmy Butler at number 3. Now, this one's going to be a bit controversial. I have LeBron at number 2, and I have Kawhi at number 1. Now, the reason I said both is because I want to explain myself why I have LeBron behind Kawhi. LeBron did struggle with injuries a lot this season, and that's why, because we haven't really seen how he's going to be fully healthy. LeBron has struggled with injuries his whole entire season. So it's like, and he did have a couple good games in the Suns thing, but like he did kind of give up halfway because he knew that his team was going to lose, which was kind of tragic. But now let me explain why I think Kawhi is better than LeBron so far. What Kawhi did in the playoffs like is very underrated, because against them against the Mavs, he was going off too. Luka was going off, but so was Kawhi. And Kawhi, we all know he brings the table good on both sides of the ball. The reason why, it might sound like really stupid, but I feel like LeBron has to prove himself again this season to why he should be the best player, why he should be over Kawhi or be the best player in the world. Because he did struggle with injuries, and I feel like coming back he will prove that he's the best player in the league. But for now, I have him as a number 2, small forward, and Kawhi number 1. Well, that's it for today's video. If you do like the video, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I planted seeds, now I finally see the berries. I've been dreaming about success since them days of Tom and Jerry. Back in school, I had some teachers that would never judge me fairly. Nowadays, my enemies be the only one that's failing. Wait, it's getting scary. Opposition in the dirt is getting buried. I've been dreaming about this life since Tom and Jerry. If you a hater, anything that you can tell me, love.